is going on, my good people? This is your main man Ben here. In exactly 1 year, we had a Civic review. I believe we shoot that like around November, and today is going to be 1 year anniversary review of the Honda Civic 2023. Now, there's some 5 key things that I'd like to point out, major improvements of this car, and I think it's worth to point out. And yes, 1 year anniversary of the Honda Civic, this is what we got. Let's go. First and foremost, performance improvement of the Honda Civic. By the way, we get the 2.0 non-aspirated version, and also the suspension. The suspension of the Sport is just amazing, man. I mean, by not any means, it's not like a Type R or Civic Si, but definitely when you have like this kind of like curve, you know, when you drive a little bit faster and when you make those sharp turns, there'll be a lot of rolling actions on the back end. It stays planted in the ground. That's one of the most, like, what I would say, performance that I've noticed on this car. It's not fast. It's 160 horsepower. Like what I said, it's not an SI, but then again, that itself is one of its features that you can notice right off the bat. It's just that amazing. Performance improvement, the 2023 Honda Civic, take that. Second one I would like to point out is the updated technology of the Civic. Now, coming in from owning 6th generation, 7th generation Civic, this 11th generation has plethora of updated technology inside this car. Mentioning safety features, lane departure system, those Apple wired hooked up that you got, and Android. Now, there's a lot of people having issues with wireless. I mean, I don't really care about wireless. I'm more on a wired guy. I like solid, you know, plugged it in there and no worries about it. Wireless is amazing, but then again, you know, you're dependent on either Bluetooth or some sort of infrared, and by any chance it's susceptible for interference. Wired for me, no problem at all. However, you would have to pick if you have issues with connections, especially in your Apple. Get a nice cable that would resolve a lot of your issue. That would like to point out, technology of this car is just different level. Third one, stylish improvements. If you notice right off the bat, when you open the door, you see the dashboard. You have that piano look with the honeycomb, some kind of grill grid in the dashboard. That caught my attention. In this category, the price point in comparison with other cars, I believe Civic takes home the bacon. Just more quality in terms of, you know, the materials that they use inside. The dashboard itself, it's a little bit of, there's like a foam material in there. It's not like cold hard plastic. You can tell the difference if you touch it. And also the side doors, the trims in there, it's just different. Now, in comparison with other brands such as Corollas, Impreza, the Elantra, you can differentiate if you pay a visit into the dealership. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So I believe the 2023 version, because that's what we got, but the 11th generation of the Civic takes home the bacon with that category. Fourth one is fuel efficiency. Now, Honda Civic specifically is very well known on fuel efficiency. That's the reason why I bought the car and graduated my CRV, my 2014 CRV, because of this main, not issue, but main reason. Now, the Civic fuel efficiency, I'm not following the sticker because it really depends on your type of driving. You cannot blame it all in the car. This car has 3 stages. You can go Econ, which is economy. Basically what it does is shutting off some cylinders of the engine, making it like run 3 cylinders instead of 4. That way, even though you're pressing the gas, you're not going to be moving a lot, and lessening the power consumption of the engine, resulting on a much more fuel efficiency. Now, there's normal and there's sport mode. if you're younger blood, you like to drive peppier, you go sport mode and you use the paddle shifting, making use of that VTEC, yeah, it's gonna gulp a lot of gas in your end. Now this car, however, I use it normal. I leave it there, except for occasional sport mode. I get at least 30 to 33 miles per gallon in one full tank. Now, depending on the price of the gas today, here in Maryland, it's around $3.19. I don't put always full tank. I drive it every day, but maybe I put like between 10 to 15 miles a day on the car. On my 1 week consumption, I put $20 on the car, and it's almost full tank. Like there's like 2 or 3 bars left for full tank. That's how I gauge it. 30 to 33 miles per gallon, $20 a week. This car is a banger. Massive fuel efficiency in my end versus my 2014 CRV. I clocked in around 20 to 22 miles per gallon. That's all-wheel drive. But you vary the engine power of the CRV plus the chassis, the weight of the car. I mean, it's really not a fair comparison. But Civic on that end is just a winner. 30 to 33 miles per gallon, 2.09 aspirated engine. I'll take it. And last but not the least is a safety enhancement of the Civic. Now, I understand in the government there's some certain standards that they have to imply, and everybody, like car manufacturers, has to comply to it. Like the rear view camera, the introduction of that one, then one day everybody has to have it. This one right here doesn't have any like blind side monitoring for the 2.0 version, the sport version. I don't like it either. I have that on my wife's Passport. You can turn on and off in it. Watch out for that review. That's an amazing car. But then again, man, I mean, it has lane departure. That itself is big time. There is like when you turn, it's kind of like fighting on you and put you back in the lane because of the camera. I think that's one of the biggest safe enhancement of this car if you use it properly. Of course, in my own opinion, you don't have to turn that on all the time. You can actually leave it off if you're driving. I would say in my base, I'll apply it to me. If I drive local, I don't like that to turn on because it's just becoming so annoying. Stop and go, and then you have to overtake for grandma, past grandma in front of you. In that case scenario, I don't like to turn that on, so I turn that off. It's just a matter of like one button in the steering wheel. The collision prevention, the camera, the 3 stages, you can actually gauge it, how far it is or how distant it is before it applies the brake for you. First stage, it gives you a warning in the dashboard. Second stage gives a subtle, brake thing in your car. And the third stage is gonna slam on you like, boom, that's it. But I think that's one of the best safety features on this car at this price point in this category. And there are some hiccups as well on the Civic. First couple of months that I owned it, there was an engine valve cover gasket leak that I had. I sent that to the dealership and they have checked out that issue. It did not come back at all. I'm about to perform my second oil change in the car. Never seen any leak. I'm pretty happy with that one. However, guys, what is this? October 19, there is a recall that was announced by Honda due to EPS, which is, I think, the electronic power steering. There's a lot of complaints that happen to it, and I post a link there. You can put the model of your car or your VIN number, which is the vehicle identification number that you can find here. You can put that in there and you will see if your car is under that recall. Now, I think mine is, but I'm waiting a notice in the mail. However, they would have to determine if it's like fixable. If not, they will have to replace the electronic power steering of your car. Under warranty, no problem at all. That would be the 11th generation for the Sport trim and the Sport Touring. I haven't seen any recall on the SI version and the Type R. So my overall review in the Civic, if you daily drive and you are like a student, bank like around 20-30 miles a day, this car will serve you amazing. Fuel efficiency, you have enough power, technology inside, you won't get bored. Safety features is amazing. What else, man? What else? 2023, I think I got this $28,000. The only difference for the 2024, I think they have a little bit more tax in it. So if you opted for 2024, which I presume, why not? It's already out. But there's definitely no difference from the physical appearance of the car. The technology inside, engine is all the same, but it's out there. I think they're around like $29,000 now, so it's like $1,000 difference, at least here in Maryland, versus the 2023 model. Overall, guys, I'm happy, I'm satisfied with the car, and hopefully we were able to assist you in, making your decisions of buying this Honda Civic. But other than that, guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Always remember, God is good all the time. This is your main boy. Peace out.